I am Hope Fitzgerald from spreadinfinitehope.com.
And I'm Gary Malkin from wisdomoftheworld.com, and together we are uawake.com, u-awake.com, mastering the art of change.
It takes a while to get that website in our mind. Anyway, yeah, so we're wanting to talk a little bit about the 4-step program, dive a little deeper into what that is exactly. So today we're going to talk about the first step, which is basically dealing with our grief, especially our unacknowledged grief, which can sort of be lurking in the background, driving our inner bus, and we don't even know it. And so we offer this opportunity in the first phase to allow the subconscious to serve up for us what might be causing us grief. And it might be a bunch of things, but as we go through the process a couple of times. And it's wonderful because we're using Gary's music to underscore the process. It just opens the field so beautifully.
You know, I was thinking about this first step, and I'm reminded of what happens in a lot of New Year's Eve ceremonies that I've been in, where you write something down that you want to let go of, and you put it in the fire, and you pray for higher power to hear somehow what we're willing to let go of and what we want to bring in its place. Well, I think that like flossing our teeth, this is a kind of flossing of the soul, and we do it on a yearly basis. So what if we did it on a daily basis? And that's what the first step is all about, is what the Native Americans have known for years, which is unburdening yourself. And sometimes most of us are not awake enough to even recognize that we've taken on burden after burden after burden that is contracting us. And we don't ongoingly floss our soul's burdens.
No. And you touched on something that is the ultimate goal of our work together, and that is to provide freedom to be oneself fully again. And half the time we're just not, as Gary said, and we're just not aware of the cages that we're in from past events, and really far away and some more recent. So this is an opportunity to provide a platform for these griefs and traumas sometimes to bubble up and actually leave. And that's what's important, because we don't just take something and throw it in the trash bin or run away from it as if it has no possible use for us anymore and we kind of toss it off. That's not how it works. We integrate the lessons that we learned from each of those situations. We integrate them and we bless them for what they brought us. We send things off lovingly. And that's a completely different state of being to be in when releasing grief.
One of the things that happened at a recent workshop that we gave was that some people were doing this exercise we call the closure exercise. And they ended up talking to one of their loved ones, their father, I think, when he had been gone for like 20 years. Mm-hmm. And she talked to him and realized that she was carrying this unaddressed grief of just constantly looking for his approval and never having gotten it. And for her to unburden her realization that, Dad, I want to be free of this need to have you approve of me. And you can't believe how these things change our lives. And when you finally feel free of something like that, and there are hundreds of them, if not thousands, and the idea is some of them weigh heavily on us. So in our first step of the 4-step process, we create all kinds of ways to actually awaken us to a higher level of seeing, feeling, breathing, and knowing what is the burden that we're carrying and how can we release it. So we'll talk more about these 4 steps as we go through these short 5-minute videos, which we're committed to sharing so that people can really find our tribe and self-identify as, hey, these are our people. We want to play more with them. That's what our hope is. You'll feel us, you'll see us, be transparent, and you'll identify yourself as, I think we're maybe meant to do some work together. And I'm really hoping that you choose to let us know if you're interested in being in our community, and we will love you joining us.
Absolutely.
Till the next time.
Thanks.